I know, we're in a little bit of a different environment. We're playing Risk of Rain 2 and not Haste, but you gotta deal with it, bro. Ubisoft is a company that is now pretty much a bucket that gets spit on once a week by somebody at least, if they didn't forget about the company entirely because the Twitter account posted something again. But back in the day, that was a very big and beloved company. They had Assassin's Creed, they had Far Cry, they had other video games under their belt that I don't know the name of right now. But now if you look at Ubisoft today, it is legitimately just a shell of its former self. It is like it got hit by an atomic bomb and it's just the after image of somebody getting disintegrated into ashes. That's what's left from Ubisoft. For example, the stock dropped by what, 95% from its peak? How do you even do that? Are you even a company at this point? But they do still release titles on a regular basis. Unfortunately, I think they should stop. I think they should give up. Yearly releases are never good, even if you have 30,000 members. You clearly don't know how to make games. Or matter of fact, use these members in the correct way, considering the people that left your company made Expedition 33 and Dispatch. You clearly have talented developers and make Skull and Bones. But this year, for example, Assassin's Creed Shadows came out. And I'm not gonna sit here and talk about the anti-woke or woke side of the game. I truly don't give a fuck anymore. That is so chronically online and so beyond what I can even comprehend the debate is about. I think that is a waste of time to even address. No, I'm talking about an entirely different topic. This is about Assassin's Creed Shadows' new DLC, or I guess new collaboration, because Assassin's Creed, you know, the thing that was notorious for, you know, priding themselves in being historically accurate, at least in some parts, besides, you know, beating the fuck out of the Pope in Assassin's Creed 2, they have an Attack on Titan collab. First off, I have to, question the logic of a collab like that. Attack on Titan? How does this fit into feudal Japan? Attack on Titan is as far removed from feudal Japan as possible. First off, there's giant humanoid creatures running around. Second off, they have German infrastructure, and their gear is flying around with swords. Now, I'm no historian. I'm not familiar with the entire history of Japan. If you ask me what happened on July 4th, 1448 in Japan, I couldn't tell ya. But I feel like it would be more on theme if they used an IP that has at least something to do with Japan, besides being an anime that is made by Japanese people. For example, I'm gonna give a shot in the dark. I don't know, Vagabond, the thing with samurai? What? How did you not get that idea? What? That was on the plate. That was right there. In the end, I'm not going to complain too much because from everything I know, it is a free DLC that you don't have to play. So I'm not going to be too mad about it. I'm still going to be a little bit mad and do my commentary stuff and question the logic of it. But in the end, I'm not going to reminisce about it in 4 weeks and still be like, damn Ubisoft, right? I'm not going to wiggle my fist out the window about this type of stuff. But there is one part that pisses me off. That actually is the reason why I'm making this video. And that is the cutscenes out of this DLC. And it actually, I want you to imagine, okay? Imagine Gary's mod. That's it. Imagine Gary's mod.
Come and get it!
This looks fan animated. This is a $1 billion corporation. 20,000 employee. This is a 20,000 employee company. What the fuck are we doing? Serving that as a platter and then even asking for money for cosmetics? That should be an insult. That should be a crime. I'm pretty sure you can go to prison for that. This is like serving a meal and then punching the guy in the throat. This is the exact equivalent to that. That should be considered fraud at that point. What the fuck are those animations? That looks actually fan-made. That looks like somebody cramped out the assets and tried himself out in Blender for the first time. That is incredible. Did they do this in 2 days? Did they ask for the collab and we're like, hey, we can't just make cosmetics. Let's just do this. What is it? Did they put the intern on this job? Holy. And this is especially questionable because this is not the only thing Ubisoft released this week or in the same time span as this, because Assassin's Creed Mirage also got an update, and that is significantly better. The animations are better, it looks better, the dialogue is better. What the fuck happened? Was one team the interns? Was one made entirely by AI and the other one was made by humans? Because that's what it feels like. There's absolutely zero soul in the Attack on Titan scene. You saw it, right? I'm gonna play a part from the Mirage scene, just to have a comparison.
My apologies, but I am in a state of abject terror being in your presence.
I would have guessed mere nervousness. Yet, if it comforts you, know that appearances deceive. I did not come to Alala seeking bloodshed, even if a touch of it found me.
Those are from the same studio, released in a time span of 2 weeks. That is insane. I'm sorry, that has to be blasphemy at this point. Look at the character design of this character, and then look at the Titan. What is that? I mean, it does kind of look like it would be in the manga, but still, god damn! He does look like he has the Joker smile. Buddy is about to tell you, do you know how I got these scars? They forced me to play Assassin's Creed Shadows. I'm pretty sure they took the scream from the Beast Titan and just layered it over the game. I mean, truly, with this thing out, we have reached peak AAA sloppiness. I am 99% sure that this was made, this collab was in the works for a while, but they only had cosmetics planned that they would sell to the player base, but then realized, hey, this wouldn't go over well, so they wished up this willy-nilly campaign that is like 30 minutes long, with the sloppy, I'm pretty sure made by 2 interns on 5 Red Bulls in 2 nights, and that's it. Because otherwise, I cannot imagine, I don't want to imagine, that people actually spend time, a very long time, making this, because I would genuinely feel bad for the developers. I feel bad for every single person that has to work at Ubisoft at this point. I feel like the main requirement to work at this company is to just decapitate the creativity that you had and just leave that shit out of the front door and then go to your desk where there's a machine that constantly punches your balls 24/7 while you work there. That's what I imagine Ubisoft workspace is like. This company, there is something severely wrong. Every developer that goes to this company is consumed by some form of malice that forces them to make the shittiest shit ever shitted. I have been preaching this message like I'm religious about this shit for so long. Ubisoft needs either new leaders, new executives, or go bankrupt, because the people working at this company clearly have talent. I mean, look at Expedition 33 and Dispatch. It is direct proof that Ubisoft has talent just sitting there, fucking letting them jerk in their feet, doing nothing with them. They made Peak, and Ubisoft did nothing with this. That is embarrassing. They gotta go. They gotta go at this point. Yeah, I just thought I'd yap about this. Goodbye.